If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 454. Still Got Game's official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger, a.k.a. Hitman.
I'm Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I'm Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I'm James Yaunt Dog Yaunt.
Woo! And we got the whole show back together. We're all here. Look at that. 5 faces, all perfectly at the same aspect ratio. Nobody's head's bigger than anyone's. Literally and figuratively.
It's a lie, though.
But we're all back. Yes, we are. So, welcome back, Tim.
Derek's camera's like all head.
I know. What did
That's
you
what I
do?
That's how I frame myself for work, so that's how I'm going to be framed here.
Your chin is almost off of the
No comment.
screen.
There we go. I'm up high. Okay, thanks. All right. So yeah, we're all back. We're doing a show, episode 454. We did the whole month of January. No issues. So
Why are you elbowing me already?
why are you staring at my face?
I was staring at a cat.
That wasn't the elbow. It was a touch. Like, stop looking at me. Yes.
It's gonna lose it.
All right. All right. So let's just jump in the show proper. And if you're in the chat right now, you want to join in the show and steer the way the show goes, drop something in chat and we'll talk to you.
Somebody needs to.
Actually, not me.
All right. Let's start with the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show. And remember, if you leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. The Schwartz comments. Per your questions from last week, I had opened Amazon Music Podcasts, and yours was in the Featured This Week section of the homepage in the first slot. So,
So we made number 1.
Wow, how'd that happen?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
We're new to Amazon Music Podcasts, apparently. Yeah. So, yeah. I didn't until the Schwartz told us last week that that's where the Schwartz learned about the show. And then I went to Amazon Music Podcast, and sure enough, we are there. So
I learned about the Schwartz from Spaceballs.
so I can only assume that Selden submitted us to Amazon Music Podcasts.
Absolutely not.
No, all right. Then
But what I find funny about Amazon, the podcast, is gaming is not listed as a category.
Nope.
Like default. It's under entertainment, I think. So it's kind of weird.
So, which is probably why we end up in this Featured This Week section.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So
We rock.
yeah,
If you're listening from Amazon Music Podcast, let us know.
yeah, or yeah, exactly. Like, or you learned about us there, like, because obviously if one person did, probably more than one did, but who knows? All right, next up, Pipman comments. I loved last week's episode. Would y'all? Would y'all?
Hold it.
You got it.
Would y'all ever consider doing a second podcast, Still Got Entertainment, where you could talk about TV and movies?
Why we have this show?
Yeah, it's hard enough getting us all together as it is.
No. We
Yes.
do. It's the after show faux show.
Faux show?
It's the faux show.
It's cool that you came up with a name for our other show, trademark Tool to Play. But just in case we need it. But I appreciate you offering that as an option. But yeah, we have enough problems doing one show. Forget two. Like you don't. It's like herding cats over here. Okay.
It really is.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for. I assume that's a compliment if you want more of us. So much appreciated.
You know, if you want to sponsor a series, we could try out a short series, but you got to throw us some money.
No, look at Selden. Always looking out for the listener. It's Rodent Spine comments. You guys have a really good thing going here. I like that instead of always canceling shows, you are just making do with who's available. I can't remember the last time you guys went a month without missing an episode. And here's my note. After this comment came in, I went back and looked. The last time that we did a full month of episodes without missing one was Jay and I, Joel Dudai Rock Albert, in March of 2015, where we had a show on the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. And because of the way they aligned, there was only 4 weeks in that month and not 5. But yeah, it's been a long time.
Impressive.
Yeah. We dug deep for January.
We
So
did.
Good job, boys and girl.
Starting out the new year right.
Yes.
Doing.
Yeah.
If wasn't any of those episodes.
I
Take credit though, hon. You're good. Yes.
Thanks, go us.
Yep. Yeah. Go team. But yeah, I couldn't believe that it was that long though. I thought I was going to scroll back like maybe a year, maybe a little longer, like into 2019. But when I got to 2017, I was like, maybe we've never done a month. But no, sure enough, 2015 we came in strong in March. So, but yes, thank you, Rodent Spine, and we do have a revolving cast of characters here, so you never know who's going to be on an episode. There could be an episode that's just Tiff at some point.
All I have to say is tonight,
Definitely.
whoever's doing the drinking episode, if you're doing it alone,
Oh yes,
You're done.
don't
tips for
don't
10
do it
drinks.
alone.
Yeah.
Call a friend now.
Yes, tips back for like 10 drinks or whatever she's worth.
Yeah.
Worth now.
Yeah.
Am I worth more the longer I'm gone?
If you were worth 5 before, you have to be worth 10 now.
Easily.
Yeah, it's been like 3 months at least. So. All right, and last but certainly not least, Altius asks. See,
Like, did you forget his name?
You should have seen him. He like leaned closer to the.
I feel like I'm so far away from the screen. Last but not least, Altius asks, with the European Consumer Union finally calling for an investigation into Nintendo's Joy-Con drift issue, do you think they will actually be held accountable or continue to be allowed to act with impunity? Nintendo always seems to get a slap on the wrist while the other two are held accountable.
I hope they do. I hate it.
Can
Your stuff
can anyone
should
give a
work.
quick recap for those of us who are not aware of this issue?
If you have a Nintendo Switch and you actually use it, the Joy-Cons eventually start just drifting off, like all our Xbox controllers do.
It's-
Yeah,
We're like, what were
yeah.
people expecting though, man? The moment
the
I
left
saw
side.
that thing, when they showed it to us, it was like,
You're like, it's
That
little and
joystick-
shitty.
that joystick's a piece of shit. Like,
Yes, that's what
I don't know about
thought.
you guys, but like, I don't use my Joy-Cons because of that reason. Like,
I
they're a piece of
don't
shit.
normally, but
I
my
have 2
kids do.
controllers. I use it before. I use the Joy-Cons when it's an emergency or when it's like my friends are over and we have like party mode. Like, I don't care for the controller,
Yeah,
but
Tiff's got the Pro
who,
controller
who
for
uses the Joy-Cons seriously though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Like,
kids
Like, it
do.
looks like a
They
toy.
carry them around.
Yeah.
They carry it
Yeah,
around.
well,
all
that's
day, so.
exactly what the problem is. Like those
what you're supposed
joysticks
to
are
do,
already
right?
not designed very well, and then you give them to kids, and like they're gonna destroy those things, and then
Kids destroy
Nintendo's getting
anything,
sued.
So
Yeah,
yes.
didn't the commercials
Yeah.
just say that you're supposed to carry them all around with you everywhere?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did. Yeah, you
Pretty
had them
much.
so that when you play with your friend, you just pair it up and you're good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, though, I've considered joysticks and controllers part of the disposable part of
it's like your ink
a console.
cartridges of your
It's
console.
like, yeah, it's like eventually
It's
like
all
your
the
lightning
shit goes
cables.
bad in them. And maybe it's because I've been conditioned over the
Like your lightning
years of
cables.
playing on the Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. They all go bad. And I'm like, I don't
yeah,
see
but
this
question:
being an issue.
Has anybody here ever had a PlayStation controller go bad?
I have actually not.
I don't know. If
That's
it's-
I've never played one
like
long
the
enough for it to go
the
bad.
batteries die out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say, have any of us played it long enough for it to go
My
bad?
PS2 and PS3 I played long enough. The PS4
Yeah.
not so much, but now that they have the batteries, like Hit said, the batteries are integrated in the controller and not replaceable. So at some point, those things are a consumable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a PlayStation 2 that one of the controllers just wouldn't hold the charge any longer at all. But it wasn't a joystick drift issue, but it was just because the controller got so old.
PS3 and PS4 controllers. I've had issues.
Yeah. The PS5 one is solid as fuck. It's probably the best feeling. Like I mentioned this last
Yeah.
week and people jumped on it, but
It's the best controller of this generation.
agreed.
So did we actually answer Altius's question though? Do they?
We did.
Do we think
Kind of.
Nintendo is gonna be held accountable?
I hope
No.
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 so.
No.
They'll probably do
No.
some kind of settle out of court thing and pay off some part of some class action lawsuit and be done, and they won't worry about it
I don't even
anymore.
think it'll get that far.
Yeah. Yep, Nintendo's just immune. That's how it rolls.
Oh, we lost Tiff.
No, she keeps coming and going. That's the world's
there.
cheapest webcam that I added to this PC for her, and it shows. So yeah.
Like, has Nintendo ever made a controller that worked properly? Like, 64 controller was terrible.
GameCube.
The
original NES
no,
thing was a freaking brick. That thing was awesome.
The NES and the SNES were the worst controllers.
No,
Oh, they
those
were
like,
horrible,
they
but
broke
they
so broke
No.
so easily.
they were like a Nokia phone. You couldn't break them
I
if
couldn't
you
break it.
tried.
Oh, I broke a ton of NES and SNES controllers.
Man, I
Ton.
I threw those NES controllers against the wall many times.
They were actually really
They were
easy to
fine.
twist and crack. It was pretty easy.
I don't know. I just think controllers should always be assumed that they're a consumable and they're going to run out. That's just my opinion.
Which is crappy because you have to pay $60 for a consumable like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
or
that's
or
fucked up.
200 for a
Yeah, that's,
elite.
that's
Yes,
a little
yeah.
more garbage, but
So, all right. Well, if any of you have awesome questions or feedback like this, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over into what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
Not much, just the regular Sea of Thieves and Warzone. A little bit of Halo. Battlefront. That's about it. New season, new update on Sea of Thieves, so I'm balls deep in that again now. And
so you're playing Battlefront on PC, right? Yeah.
sorry?
You're playing Battlefront on PC, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty much 100% gaming on PC. Yeah.
Okay.
All PC
I figured
all
as
the
much. I
time.
was just curious.
All right. Tiff,
Yeah.
have
What about you
been
guys?
I've been playing a video game lately. It's called Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh,
So it's a real video game, not a mobile game.
playing? No. Oh, seldom. The digs keep coming.
that I was like, that was a shot across the bow there. I thought.
No, I've been really enjoying it. I finished the main, I guess, campaign over, I guess, last week. So now I'm just kind of picking up and playing whenever there's some free time, and it's just kind of
Did you
fun
get your
just
free bow?
to run around. I did not get the free bow. I did not go smash some rocks for a bow. Thought about it, but
You should.
I'm more of I'm actually more interested in the lore in a lot of these
Yeah.
games like this. So
I was
actually
gonna say Tiff.
wanted to
I would
earn
say-
it the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, Tiff seems like the person that would wait for the actual quest line to come out and then
Yes.
follow through on it. So
Yeah.
Good for you.
Lame.
You mean, why would you just go shoot a cave for hours and hours and
I
get
know.
loot out of it?
Yeah, why
I
would
mean,
you do that?
seriously.
It was fun.
That was different though.
The game was fun.
Yeah, the loot cave was
Yeah.
different. That was had a different. There was a different
Let me
issue
just
there.
set the controller here, put a rubber band on the thing, and just let it shoot.
Either way, it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I've been playing. I've been enjoying it. It's a good break. The graphics in there are just beautiful, and the scenery, and it's for someone being stuck in a at home in a pandemic, it's kind of nice to like get out in a world and explore around.
Yes.
nice.
So that's about it. How about you guys?
Let's see. I've been playing. I picked up a Medium off of Game Pass. Playing through that. It's a good point and click type story game. So, it's meeting that whole genre, and it's not nearly as scary as what Derek made it out to be. Like, I'm not hiding under a sheet grabbing my blanket
I didn't
and my
actually
wife.
play it
and-
when I said that, so yeah. In my
But,
defense, yes.
It's they got some really interesting mechanics with it, especially when there's a point when you start doing a split screen where you're in both the actual physical world and this other alternate world at the same time. It plays out really interesting, so it's got a good grab on that. So if you can get up to that point, it's kind of cool. Check that out.
Nice.
Pick back up Cyberpunk 2077 after the update and then the repatch.
Oh, look at
Because
you.
I was caught in that game ending bug where the Tokiyama or whatever the guy's name was just stuck on screen and wouldn't talk and just sat there. I couldn't complete. So they did patch that out. So I was glad of that.
I heard that there was a new bug where your like old saves are not usable. I saw that. I was like, nope, skipping this one till the February update.
Yeah, it's still got a long way to go, especially in consoles, I think. But it's getting there. Just I really wish that the Xbox X version would have come out a lot sooner than their plan is. But it is what it is, so I'll make the best of it. Other than
I
that,
still don't understand people like you, Sultan.
I mean, it's still
Like,
it's
why
still
not
got a
just
good
fucking wait? It doesn't
it's still got a
matter.
good storyline. It's intriguing. It's drawing you along.
But you
so
literally play 700
This game
games.
was
Play
this
the other
game
699 and wait.
this
Yeah.
game was never was announced when before the next gen was even a thing. Like I don't know why you guys think that there's going to be a next gen version right away.
Because
Like, they can't even get-
Because they lied.
Because
Yeah.
they portrayed it as one of the next
Yeah,
gen
but
console
the next
titles
gen
that were coming
console
out.
version was announced years later, like years after the game had been started working on.
Yeah.
It was only announced for next gen after the next gen was even announced. So like, I never thought that thing was going to come out soon enough. Hell, they didn't even get the fucking last gen right. Like,
No, they didn't.
why are you rushing them to get another version out?
Yeah,
They need to
why-
fix the versions they have out now.
Why not just wait?
Because by the time that my library is already backed up as it is, I'm like, if I wait, I'll probably forget about it
Well,
by
this
that
is the
time.
time to
so,
go
Cycle
the
it back
backlog.
through, yeah.
yeah.
That game should never have come out the way it did.
No.
No,
It
I
should
think
have
we
come
all
out.
agree with that.
If it was gonna come out, it should have only come out for one, and then they should have worked their way along the console line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, yeah, it
I-
should have
I don't
definitely come
think
out
making
PC
more-
only first. So,
Yep.
But
I don't
other
think
than
out
that-
more versions of that game is a smart idea right now.
absolutely. Other than that, I've been playing my mobile games, Empires and Puzzles, and my puzzle page game. Other than that, I also played was Spellbreak with Yant on Friday night. So I'll let him talk about that, see what his impressions are.
Yeah. All right.
What about you, Yant? What else?
I played Spellbreak on Friday night.
No, well, I was gonna say I played Minecraft first, so I've been playing Minecraft Dungeons with my kids. But then I did play Spellbreak on actually the whole weekend, so I didn't actually kind of got addicted to it. So Nice. played it the whole weekend. It's one of those sleeper type games. I feel like it really has good possibilities of being a better game, but I feel like since everybody it's one of those games that just everybody died off on it, that it's not coming back, unfortunately. It's just one of those genres that it's got so many different things and it's competing with that it won't come back. It's got great gameplay. I think there's tons of possibilities for it, but it's not going anywhere, unfortunately.
What kind of game is it, Yount?
It's a battle royale.
Okay.
But you have instead of let's see, how does it play?
It's basically a wizard-based
Yeah.
Gotcha. Battle Royale.
battle royale game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You
you have
basically
you have
Like,
6 elements that you can
Third person, right?
gloves.
Yeah, third person.
Yeah.
So what's that? Realm Royale.
Realm
Like
Yeah,
Realm
it's like
Royale?
Realm Royale, yeah. In a way, but with powers and stuff. But it was you can fly.
they
around
had
the
powers
map.
in
It's
that
got
game,
different
didn't they?
teleporting abilities. I mean, it's got I think 6 different abilities you can equip throughout the map if you find them while you're looting.
I mean,
And
Spellbreak's
then-
been out for a while though. This isn't this
Yeah.
isn't new. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Correct,
I'm
yeah.
just stating that it's one of those games that it came out, people were excited about it, and then it just died.
Well, I feel
Like,
like that's the
literally
same
just
thing
died.
with Realm Royale. Like, I loved it at the
Yeah.
beginning. I loved the whole chicken aspect of being able to bring yourself back into the game and everything else,
Yep.
and that kind of faded off too. So
Again, it's another one of those games that just didn't make the
Well,
major
it's-
cut
yeah,
for that.
It's tough to compete with Fortnite.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Yant when we were playing. I was like, this game is great in its essence, but nobody's captured that Fortnite aspect of being able to continuously update the world and the storylines that are going along with
Yeah.
it.
And that's what
if
they
you,
need.
If
All
you
of
don't do that in the battle royale scene nowadays, it seems like you're destined to fail.
And the only reason Warzone's still out there, don't get me wrong, it's still semi good, but the reason it's still out there is because it's got COD attached to it,
oh,
and the fact that all the streamers are still playing it. So
your glowing review of Semi Good is exactly what Activision is looking for.
what?
This game is semi good.
It was good at the beginning, but then they haven't made any updates. All their updates have been garbage.
Yeah, I agree.
Content is king.
Yeah,
Content
and
is king.
if they would actually change the map a long time ago, like they were supposed to do.
Yeah, that's
same
what
thing
I
with
was gonna
Apex.
say. I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. Like, the difference between COD and Fortnite with that story thing is like there's the idea that there is a story and we're gonna get to it. Just hang in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, are you sure? Because I swear this map was supposed to blow up like 3 times already.
Yeah, it was supposed to be flooded
Like,
for a
what's
while.
taking so
Yeah.
long?
Yeah. There's probably just one tiny little red button they're waiting for some player to push.
Right.
They would have told somebody by now if that's the case.
Like, just push the fucking button.
Yeah.
Some rocks you can go smash.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I don't know. It's a hard genre to be in without changing. Like Apex is the same way. Like Apex has such a good. I mean, they started changing the maps and people came back and had fun with it, but they're just not making quick enough updates to, you know, to the content. You know, I mean, Sea of Thieves, at least Sea of Thieves. I know it's a little bit of different genre, but Sea of Thieves, at least they've been. I feel like they've really been. I haven't been playing it, but I know Hit can attest to this. They've been changing it up quite often.
It doesn't look like he's attesting to it.
Yeah, they've been making a lot of changes. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, they
I've-
switched to
Have
seasons now.
expectation.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
they were doing all these content updates. Now they're switching to seasons. I mean, there's a little bit of a dry period when they first started doing it, but I feel like it wasn't as long as some of these other games that you have that are trying to make a longevity game out of. Just, it's not enough content there right away. They're not planning ahead. I mean, Destiny had the same problem.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, but I think our expectations of games have changed over time as well. Like, we used to be ecstatic if there was a new map pack coming out for Halo, you know, within like
Yeah.
a year of it being released. Like,
You're like, oh, new maps, new maps, new maps. Like,
Yeah.
we couldn't all wait to shell out money for new maps.
yeah, but see that we
To
knew,
release maps
we
now.
knew, and we would get the map pack then. Now there's expectations that, like we just talked about COD. The map was supposed to blow up or be flooded. How many times by now? Things have like supposed to have been like evolved at this point, and haven't had anything but other than like just been updating weapons. That's all they've been doing is updating weapons and trying to balance them, which you can never do.
That's what you
You
get
can
for looking
never
at the
balance a
VR
weapon
game
in
and
a
not
game
the
like
real game. The real game's getting maps. The real game's getting new weapons. The real game's getting all the shit. It's your fake bullshit battle royale that's not getting stuff because, yawn. Fuck. Whatever. All right.
Tell it to Fortnite.
You know, there's more people playing Warzone, right?
I don't give 2 fucks, Hit.
Like way more.
All right.
are you more mad at COD or Destiny
Hit, what are you
right
playing?
now?
There's more people playing Warzone than there are both the other Call of Duties combined.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right.
There is.
Yeah.
We'll pull up some stats for the next episode.
Black
Or
Black
you know
Ops
what?
has not been doing very well. Like the community is not like Cold
No,
War.
I know. I believe me. I backed away from it myself. So, but I don't doubt that more people are playing a free game than a game that costs money. That's like I can punch you in the dick for $10. I can punch you in the dick for free.
Fortnite's the same thing, man. Like
That's why
them's-
these guys
them-
have people
them's the
playing.
breaks.
All right. Well, I have been playing. Wait, Jan, did you finish up what you were playing?
I did, but I asked Hit what he was playing. So we
didn't
didn't
Hit go
get to you
first?
last.
Yeah, I went already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was
We don't
so
order.
long ago.
It goes Hit and then Tiff and then you, or then Selden, then you, and then me.
But
So
it's not order.
I'll fix it in the outline. Okay, that's back before Yant deferred to Selden as his superior. So,
Wait. No, there was no superior.
all right. Well, I have been playing a little more of Astro's Playroom. I still have a couple more trophies I haven't unlocked, so I've been banging through that. I need to go back and play Spider-Man, but I haven't done that. I did get some. I can talk about it, but Postal 4 No Regrets. There's an expansion for that coming out, so I've been playing that on PC a little bit. That's it's Postal, just like when Postal 4 No Regrets came out. But it's
What is it?
it's Postal is like an over the top. It started out as, you know, when someone goes Postal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it started out, as like an over the top, like aggressive shooter, and that's really what it's boiled down to. Like just so over the top.
It's top down, right? Or is that 3/4 down
It's
originally?
the original one was top down, and then it switched to 3/4, and then it switched to first person, and there's mods where you can toggle if you want to play a different way because it's PC. So I've been playing a bunch of that. I was thinking of writing a review, but I'll just talk about it in the show, and because I don't write, barely know how. And then obviously phoned in a little Wizards Unite and Pokemon Go, one catch a day, whatever events in Pokemon Go, and done. So
I don't know, Derek. I think you write very well. The comments that you come out of your head are really good.
now that Tiff's back, we're back to the conspiracy theories.
Well, I know, and don't forget the questions from Altius.
This is the
Conspiracy
Altius
theory's always been
Anon.
there.
It's the Altius Anon theories here. Yes, Anon. You guys all believe in Anon. Yep. Yes. All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop over to new releases? One new release out this week. It's part of your PlayStation Plus free games. Is Destruction All Stars out for the PS5, and it's fucking free if you have PlayStation Plus, which I do, so I'll get it. This is like a car battle game. Looks pretty sick. It's free. I don't give a shit. This is the one that they want
Not
to
free. You pay for it.
It's free with PlayStation Plus. Just like
But you pay for it.
no, PlayStation Plus is like paying for oxygen. Like
But you pay for it. It's not free.
I paid for PlayStation Plus for 5 years where I didn't play a single game. So
5 years of you paying a monthly.
yeah, so I didn't die. Yeah.
You paid a lot for this game.
You've paid over
Yeah,
over
really.
$1,000.
It's a little off. The Canadian math of over $4,000 is a little off, but
4,000 instead of 1,000.
even
$1,000,
$1,000
but it's okay.
isn't right. It's like
5 years times $10 a month.
no, 5 years times $50 a year is $250. Yep. You break it
Math
down
is
calculator?
hard.
Yes.
Math is hard.
Either way,
I
the
was
game-
actually I saw some trailers for this game a while ago, and this thing really kind of put my interest up there because it's got that whole Rocket League feel to it, but you can
Yes, that's-
bounce out of the car
Yep,
and
yep.
you can run around and shit.
Yes.
So
It was one of the prime points of their press event for PlayStation 5. And the thing that shit people down was like when they were like, yeah, in this game, by the way, it's going to be $69.99 instead of $59.99. People were like, what the fuck? And then they're like, well, we're going to delay it to 2021 and we'll make it part of PlayStation Plus. And people are like, oh.
oh, okay.
So, yes. So for free, it works. So
Let's call it fake free.
fake free. Yeah, like fake live. All right. And nobody else has no, Hit has a PlayStation, right?
No.
I'm passively looking for a PlayStation. I'm not overly aggressive looking for it right now, but
If you need one, let me know. I can get them. So. All right. On that, why don't we move on over into gaming news? And as always, first story! I'm going to save this one for you, Sullivan, because I know you want it. Or no, I'm going to leave that one for Hit, because he's so pissed about that.
No,
Oh, you don't
I'm
want
good.
it?
No,
I'll
I'm
take
good.
it then. Halo Infinite scraps one of the series' most iconic guns.
so bad.
So, the news coming out of the internets and directly from 343 is that for some reason, in all of their studies of heat maps and everything else, 343 thinks that nobody that plays Halo really like to use the shotgun, which I find strange.
bullshit.
Have they ever played
Yes.
the game?
Yeah, like it's almost like they
Oh my
never
God.
played their own game. The shotgun was literally like you got
One of
host
my
and you got
favorite
shotgun
games.
and you were undestroyable. Like
Shoddy melee.
yeah, shoddy melee, shoddy melee. Like
One of my favorite game types was shoddy snipes.
Yes.
It was like
so, but nobody was using it because it was too hard and it was too much of a risk reward situation. So what they did is they've replaced the shoddy with this kind of like training wheel
Automatic.
shoddy that's automatic. It does less damage, but it reloads way faster and it's automatic. So if this says anything about Halo Infinite, it makes me really nervous. And
Yeah.
when they said these things on the internet backlash. They're like, well, no one's using the shoddy, and like millions of people raised up and were like, we all use the shoddy. But this hasn't been resolved yet. As of right
Every
now, it's
time
out.
they announce something with that game, man, everyone's like, "Wait, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
I think
Like,
they need to hire
the shader colors fiasco.
Yep.
The
They need to
the
hire
splitting
someone
up
from
the
Bungie.
multiplayer and the campaign. Like, Who thought that was a good idea?
No, hire someone from Bungie and bring them in. And
Why don't you
Here's
just
an
hire
idea.
a
How
Halo
about, How about do
fan?
some focus groups? Yeah.
How about hire an actual data
I would
analyst
just ask
that
the
is
pros
able
that
to
are
look
on
at the
your-
data?
Anybody out there actually like playing this game? I know we may need to ask our friend, but anybody actually playing this game to give them feedback on it? I mean, goodness gracious, at this point.
Yeah, it's insane.
I just
still
think
think,
they're
have you
so
played the game?
disconnected. It just doesn't seem right.
no, the shoddy is, it's one of my favorite. Like if I can't pick up, like I am a close quarters run and gun lone wolf motherfucker. Even in a team game, I will go take care of guys because you're too far back being a pussy. And I'll run in there, and whether it's with the sword and a melee or the shoddy and a melee, that's how I'm coming in. I'm coming at your ass. I'm gonna deek, 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 boom, shoddy melee. And sometimes the shoddy will kill you, but I throw the melee in just to make sure you're dead.
Yeah,
Boom.
mine was always sniper, shotgun, or BR shotgun. That was my two.
Nope.
Always.
You probably took it out because everybody knew if you picked up the shoddy, you were gonna get fucking
You're
destroyed.
Unstoppable.
No, you were gonna get destroyed. Like if you're in a BR
No.
game and you pick up shoddy, you see you later.
Well, yeah, it's if you're playing a BR's game, but if you're playing any other game,
Yeah, but like everything's pretty much switched to BR start. Like that became like the thing.
that's the problem.
True.
You think BR starts was a problem?
I think it changed the dynamic of the game. It changed it to MLG versus.
It was
versus,
their best. It's the best weapon.
It is the best weapon. I agree. And if you have 4 guys all BRing and you're all sharing a kill, you can tear down another team in seconds. But before that, when it was you start with AR and you have to go find the BR, that was a completely different Halo game. And that's kind of what it should go back to. Weapons on the map, time spawns, boom.
You're such a purist.
I am a purist. Things
I
were
wonder
the
if
best
they-
in Halo 2.
I wonder if they pulled data from like all
Halo
the
3.
custom maps that were created. They started putting like the Action Shack stuff and putting it in there, where like there were
Action
sight
Shack,
lines.
Yep.
The sight lines were like 3 miles long, and nobody could get a shotgun at that point.
Right.
Yep. I don't know. I just think this is the most insane story I ever saw. When I read the sentence, well, we looked at player data and people didn't use the shotgun. Like that is literally seemed to be the most insane sentence I ever saw in a story.
Even though Bungie's site's down now, did they go look at that? I mean, seriously.
Do the
Look
old
at that data.
Bungie.net data. Yep.
Yeah. I think it's a stupid move. Maybe they could have added a second shotgun with this automatic bullshit shotgun, but leave the original with
Leave the
its
original and then add
status.
the new gun.
I'm going to tell you guys, I don't think this story's done with.
I don't either. They'll bring it back.
That's what I was alluding to. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a pay to get it.
Something. Yeah.
Or it's a
they'll do
oops, we
something.
fucked up. It's back. Sorry, we
Yeah, but
misread
These
Bungie's
developers
data.
got to stop doing this crap because it's pissing people
Maybe it'll
off.
only be available on certain maps. Yeah, they'll do something.
Or they'll bring in a playlist that's like, oh, it's Shoddy Snipes. Boom. And by the way, it's the real Shoddy. You're like, what the fuck?
The OG shot it.
Yes. Yeah. So, all right, we can all agree that
Did they
was
do that with the pistol? Also, they
Yeah.
took the pistol, the
Oh,
original
yeah.
Halo pistol out and brought it back.
because it was OP, and then they brought it back for certain playlists.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next story.
It's the starting weapon in Halo 5 now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the pistol is
Pistol? Yeah.
the OP weapon in the game now.
Nice.
All right, I'll take a story.
Ah.
Sony's MLB The Show comes to Xbox for the first time on April 20th.
Oh yeah, that's good
This
news.
is crazy.
This is awesome news. for
I never
everybody
thought I
that
would have
plays
seen
sports.
this day.
Just
Yeah, it
Xbox?
was-
What about PC?
So it says in the story it's coming to PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox One, Series X and S on the 20th. It doesn't say anything about PC.
Oh
It does
man.
not mention PC.
But I have a feeling
Interesting.
with the story said at the end, it talks about Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC, that it might be a possibility this is coming to PC as well. Hit, so it might be one of those scenarios where they're actually thinking about.
Well, isn't
it before-
Horizon already on?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's-
it's
because
I'm
that
making
did, this
comparison,
could.
like how they
Yeah.
brought it.
Yeah, but
I just thought that they announced that it was coming for PC.
I'm gonna go
Like,
the
it,
other
wa-
way.
it was coming with for all Xbox and PC. Like I think that's what the title of the story was. That's why I'm
Honestly-
interested in why they excluded PC out of this release.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't
later down the road.
Do sports games traditionally don't play well on PC?
Yeah.
Not that they don't play well, they don't get played often or enough.
Well, because
It seems like most sport games go to console based.
most sports games are played on a 75-inch TV and not on a little dick monitor, like in your buddy's fucking lap. Like, sports games are not a PC game. I'm sorry, they're
Yeah.
not.
And they said they're also going to do cross play and cross progression support between Xbox and PlayStation players can face off against each other in the field, which is cool.
Yeah.
And they also said, so here's the other caveat I wanted to bring to the story. So it's going to be $60 for the PS4 and Xbox One, but it's $70 for the 5 and the Series X and S. So
But we
$10
Wow.
more for the new generation.
we knew that was
which
the story.
yeah, we knew
way
that was
back.
coming, but I'm
that was
just-
the big price.
we're
yeah.
letting the fans know.
No,
But no, that's what I was alluding at. Hit like I think they will, like they did with Horizon Zero Dawn. They brought it to PC. I think they'll bring this game to PC as well.
No, it's not a like it's if it's in the air, like it's up in the air. Like they announced it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why.
just not right now.
Yeah.
Like with
But
the
I'm saying they'll
Horizon
bring it
thing,
to
it was
it.
just speculated. Like, oh, maybe they'll come on there as well. But
I think PC is your last, like the opposite of Cyberpunk. I think the PC is the last place you launch your sports game. It's just not the same thing. It does not have any couchability on a PC. It's
Yeah.
not that
The-
kind of game.
The target market is not a PC gamer for sports games. I think it's more your guys that are just hanging
all the
out,
guys
sitting
that
on
I
the
know that
couch,
play
so.
sports games are on PC. So
Okay,
I
this
don't
is a
know.
game
I
for
mean-
frat bros in their fucking family room playing on the fucking frat house TV. It's not for a bunch of old dorkfuls. Yeah. Well, they're listening to our
Here's
podcast,
another
yeah.
cool thing. The collector's edition will be able to play across console generations, so you'll be able to play PlayStation 5 in one room in the house, and then if you want to pick it up, you can pick it up again on your PlayStation 4 in another room. So they
What's
didn't
that
say
gonna
anything about
cost you, like
Xbox, but they just
140?
said the PlayStation. So
Or you could just use your PlayStation 5 game streaming to your PlayStation 4 and play
I'm
it in
just
1080p
reading the story.
for free.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but if they package that way, they can charge 120, 130 for it, and
I guess. No, there were times Tiff was
people
playing
buy it.
upstairs and I came down here to play Astro's Playroom and I fired up the PS4 and game streamed it down to the PS5. So, or game streamed it from the PS5 down to the PS4.
well, there you go.
but no, that's great news that it's coming to the Xbox environment finally, because that's always been a PlayStation game. So
yeah, PlayStation has held the baseball games for quite a while.
Yeah, it's their franchise. Like, why give it anywhere else until now?
Well, I mean,
have
like
to,
they
you know?
have the license for baseball for
Yeah.
a little while now,
Yeah, for like 8 years, 10 years.
or something like that.
All right, next story. Who wants it?
all right, I'll grab this one.
Oh,
Micros-
Tiff was
oh,
going for one.
Go,
Okay.
Tiff, go!
No.
Tiff, it's all yours. Go.
Tiff, take it before he steals it.
Okay. Microsoft.
Who's gonna steal?
So this is coming out of GameSpot. There's a story about expecting delays on and shortages on the Xbox Series X until at least June or later.
Isn't the same thing with PlayStation 5
It is with the
too?
PlayStation 5, yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
they're both that way.
they're both
right now.
expecting a lot of shortages to continue through the summer. A lot of this is due to the hardware that goes inside the consoles and the ability of like AMD and the other.
Didn't we say this? Didn't
We
talk
said about
this?
Sony, but we never said about Microsoft. They never.
Yeah.
They never
so
said.
Microsoft is now saying this as well.
I guess.
Well, we
so.
did talk about the story where the Xbox head honchos were reaching out to AMD and them to try to get them to.
To make
up
more shit
production and stuff.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, those talks have stalled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So supply
apparently.
shortages are going to continue for gaming consoles, desktop CPUs, and GPUs
No, I didn't know CPUs were part of this. Oh,
Yeah. until the second half of 2021. So yeah, they're definitely having some issues keeping
I
up
don't.
with
I
demand
think this is
and
going to be
production.
All right, so
a
Shadow,
weird year for consoles.
Shadow, you keep picking up those PS5s and selling them, buddy.
So what's interesting is that even despite the shortage, Microsoft still had like a record quarterly revenue for their Xbox division, which I don't understand how that's
Stop stealing another story.
possible.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and it's part of it.
Now you this is when you have to now segue and you own the other story too. So then you switch tabs, go.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
And moving into the other story, this is what we do. Yeah.
And moving into the other story,
But you have to switch tabs.
Selden, why don't you talk about that story?
Xbox Game Pass driving revenue at Microsoft after crossing 18 million subscribers coming out of Game of Sutru. Xbox has passed 18 million subscribers, which is what I think we all expected to happen anyways, especially with the new launch and the deal that it was.
Gamma who?
Gama
Sutra.
Gama Sutra, not Gama Sutra.
Gama Sutra.
That's what hits
Sorry.
me funny about. So.
Yes, I was trying to keep going through that, but thanks for pointing it out.
Hey, Selden, you saved me, so you keep going, buddy.
That's all right. But as I said, it's surpassed the 18 million subscribers. I don't think there's any surprise to any of us because we knew that was coming with the new console and everybody else saying that with the integration of PC Game Pass that we'd see a huge jump in the numbers of subscribers. And this just adds to the whole path that we've been seeing going on over the last year during the pandemic is that gaming is getting huge. The revenues are going through the roof. And look at
GameStop. They just flew off the handle.
Wow.
That's
Really?
a completely different.
That's a story I chose not to put on the outline because it has nothing to do with video games. But
I feel sorry for GameStop when this all comes to an end because they are going to be
I'm not,
struggling to
they're
stay
going to come to
alive.
an end as well.
you know what the funny thing is though? Since we're segueing all over the place, I saw a story because when they segued off of GameStop to AMC and they started boosting AMC, there were a couple of those hedge funds that were like, all right, we've lost too much. We're bailing out. And they ended up paying off something that was tangible for AMC. And AMC actually got like an injection of $600 million from them selling off basically bets against their loans. So AMC has actually extended their lifespan because of this whole shenanigans. But yeah, to get back to the story though,
I think extended GameStops also, but hopefully we'll see something happen about that. But that's different.
18 million subscribers is a lot for Game Pass. Now I'm pretty sure they could drive people to GameStop to Game Pass Ultimate if maybe they doubled the price of Xbox Live. Like that would seem like the next logical.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow, that's like a flashback to last week's story.
Wait, did that happen? Wait, where is
Yes,
that?
I know. It seems like you're caught in the Matrix right now. Yes.
Wait, is it Groundhog's Day?
Oh, tomorrow.
Start the show over again.
All right.
Start the show over.
Hey now! I'm so sad that Hit saw. I should have instantly edited the video episodes of the show so Hit did not understand. For those of you that were
I
expecting,
saw it on the live stream. Unlike you, I
watched
actually
live?
go back and watch it. You know?
Oh no, I edit the live streams after to get rid of the stuff outside the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those of you that were listening to the podcast and were expecting us to prank Hit today, he told us midweek that it was ruined.
Got
so.
us.
Yeah, I was
Like
watching
that
it.
night.
I watched the episode later. I was like, "Nice try, fuckers."
Yeah.
Derek was so proud of the idea. He came and told me, and he was so excited about it.
By the way, why did the Twitch feed like cut
Right.
out? Like,
The Twitch feed cuts into multiple streams, multiple nights. Like,
oh, that's not good.
but it's
That's
all
just
through
Twitch.
Restream. It's not our fault. It's Restream, whatever they're doing. And
No,
I pay for
I stopped.
Restream.
I stopped using them. So
I pay big bucks for Restream so I can do
big
all these
bucks.
things. I think Restream cost me $120 a year.
Oh my gosh, all right, we'll be
What?
talking about that later.
Oh!
And next story.
Next story! Yes,
Selden. Somebody. Story.
All right, we'll jump on one here. Google Stadia shuts down internal studios,
What a choice
changing
result.
business focus. We'll take the heat off of Hit or off of Derek and go to me. This is it's obviously I don't think it's any surprise. I'm glad the announcement came out. This gives a chance for maybe somebody to pick up some of these studios that are in the middle of production and keep these games going that they're working on. I'm glad that Google's maybe cutting strings with them now, so that it gives the studios a chance to still survive, rather than wait until Google Stadia totally folds and closes the studios with no hope.
I'm sorry,
So,
they were dumb enough to go with them in the first place.
Mm,
To think that was a viable option.
yeah.
when Google throws you money, you take it. I'm sure.
I think that's only something that people with Google phones say.
I don't know.
Yeah, I never thought Stadia was a
Good idea.
Well, Stadia-
commendable business, but yes, one or the other. Yes, yes.
Stadia is still going to go on, but they're going to now offer the subscription to their service out to the game producing companies, I think is how it says.
Are you still
So-
supporting them somehow?
No, God, no. But they've built a good backbone, which is what I think their original intention was, to build the backbone to produce a good, solid streaming platform for games
Is
to go
that what they
across.
did?
So I think that
It's still in the
they're
works. Still in
I
the
think that
works.
their back office, the back mechanics of it, I don't know all the details of it. I think that they've developed quite a good system. It's like if Microsoft would have said when they closed down their streaming service that, hey, we got this FTL, we'll license this out to you guys because this works obviously really well.
They should have streamed that.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, but
So I think
They
Google's
didn't
going along the
really
same
die.
lines, is that they got this great infrastructure behind it that they can now license this out to other people to use. So
So- did your iPhone come in yet, Selden?
no, God, no.
Oh.
But needless to say, I think there's one up there in your hometown there, Hit. I hope that whatever studio Google had up there in Canada is able to get somebody else to back them, and they're able to keep producing whatever they're doing. So
Eh.
It's like
Nah.
fire them all.
All right, next story.
Oh. All right. Plex Arcade features a bunch of old school Atari games. So if you run a Plex server, but you run it from a PC, unlike those of us that have a giant NAS, so like we use a
My Plex server's on P.
S.
NAS.
Okay, just make sure everybody knew what you're saying.
I was hoping our audience was with me. If not, they can fall off. Just go watch another show. Go watch
No,
Mickey
don't
Mouse
do that.
Clubhouse.
Wow.
Never listen to Derek.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Never listen to
Yeah,
Derek.
So our Plex server runs off of our disk station NAS. So we have 10 terabytes in RAID format, but we cannot use this feature. But those of you that run Plex on a PC as your server, which I believe Hit does, you now have access to Plex Arcade, which will stream Atari games to all of your friends that you've shared your Plex server with.
Oh,
And
Sheldon.
hey, I
And
like
now-
this idea.
now Selden's playing more old games and leeching more off of Hit than ever before.
Old shitty games too. I'm fucking enabler. I'm an enabler.
Give me some Galaga. Give me some
I
Pitfall.
can't wait
Maybe
to
some
hear
old
next week's
Atari
show.
Pac-Man.
Shut down the
Start
server
enabling
now
with the
or
video
deny his
hit.
access or something.
Now you've enabled him with old shitty games.
But this is a subscription service, so whoever has the thing has to subscribe
Oh,
to.
well, Hit's not going to pay for that.
What is it, like $3 to $5?
Well, I have a Plex
$5
Pass.
a month?
The Plex
Oh, is
Pass,
it?
right?
It's
I have the
included in
Plex-
the Plex Pass.
Oh,
Okay.
then yeah, I have the Plex Pass too. Yeah,
Yeah, I have a life one.
yeah, me too. I have
It
a
was like
lifetime.
$30. It
Whoa.
was
Mine
the
was-
best deal ever.
Mine was gifted to me by Plex, so yeah.
Nice.
I don't have one. And
Aw.
Selden mooches. So I mean, there's where
Ah.
we're at.
I have a server. It's got like 6 things on it. They're like me playing volleyball and home videos. So
Oh,
nobody wants to see that shit.
Anyway,
That shit's
next
on the dark
story. Yeah, that goes back to Selden's questionable cam.
Hey,
Yant has taken us circle. Wow.
Yes, I do.
I
All
think
right,
it's
I'll go
pretty
next
cool,
story.
though.
I'll do next story.
Next story.
Go ahead.
Animal Crossing's New Horizons sold over 31 million copies in 9 months. So that's awesome because they said they're top 3 for Nintendo is one of their best sellers. The only other 2 that are beating them right now are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with 33.4 million, and then Smash Brothers Ultimate with 22.8 million. So that's pretty, which is third place. So
Is that in a 9-month period?
doesn't
Well,
Or
because
say.
lifetime.
22.8.
No, yeah,
Every
lifetime
time-
sales.
Yeah,
but,
that's cumulative sales. So it's on track to overtake
so yeah,
all of
it's
those.
pretty.
Because if this says
pretty
31
impressive.
million, he said 22.8. I don't understand why that's higher.
It's second. It's second place. Sorry. So
Oh,
first
okay.
place. Sir, first place is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then third place is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and then
Okay.
second place is New Horizons.
This is right in the middle. Yeah.
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 Hasn't Mario
And
Kart
on
8
track.
Deluxe sold on like 17 different other platforms?
Yeah.
It might have even been on the Wii U.
It was Wii U.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, they haven't put. Yeah, it just seems like they keep the same version, just keep
Yeah.
reiterating it.
So this is impressive. I know like this shit was hard to find at the beginning of the pandemic for people that liked physical
Actual
copies.
cards.
Yeah. But yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. They also said their hardware sales with consoles now selling 79.87 million units since March 3rd. So
That's
It's pretty crazy.
that's insane.
That's definitely another one of the games that has benefited, I think, from the pandemic.
yeah. For the
Oh, yeah.
worst year ever. Certain businesses have really done well from this. So.
Well, and again, this goes back to my comment earlier. This game actually provides new content constantly.
Yep.
There's always new content going on in this game.
Yeah, I saw they have Valentine's Day content coming up next week.
Every
Yep.
they have seasons. So in seasons, there's all new stuff on your island.
Mhm.
Okay, and on top of that, they always go with anything.
Is there a
that's
seasons
going on,
pass?
like holiday wise.
Oh, it's all free.
Yeah, it's all free.
Is there a seasons pass?
No,
it's free.
all
That's what
free.
they're saying.
Free.
Yeah.
So it just updates, and there's all kinds of new stuff to do. They always do updates. They did an update. The last update, the big update that I knew about was they added fishing and stuff and swimming into the game. So, I mean, there's been more updates since I played last, but that was the last one I did. And I mean, they always have constant new rollout of updates. That's
Right.
why that one lady was playing the first Animal Crossing forever.
Yeah.
Because they always had new updates and things to do. So
Yeah, the big thing they have is the seasonality of it because you can only catch certain bugs, fish, or whatever during
Gotcha.
During
certain
a certain time period.
certain months and things like that. So if you're into that whole collecting aspect and got to get them all, I mean this game is your addiction nightmare. So
So with 5 of us, and everybody here has a Switch. So who has we know Yant has, but has anyone else picked up this game?
oh yeah, I did.
No.
Yep,
No.
I do.
All right, so 2 out of 5, 40%. It's a loser. Next story.
Wow.
It's a cornerstone of
It's another
Nintendo's
group of
market.
people that
31
pissed
million
off
copies
tonight.
is a loser.
All
Number
right.
2 sales on the
Please
Wow.
list.
give it to Derek
months.
and tell him.
I'm just trying to help Tiff end the show in a reasonable amount of time. Next story.
Take the Destiny 2 one, because I don't. Why are you still putting Destiny 2 news in? But
Oh, you don't know.
Because Selden still plays it.
Oh, someone's still listening.
Two of the hosts still play this.
No,
Interesting.
I was doing it to kick my kid's butt. Nothing to do with that.
Um, anyway, so Destiny 2 is making another change to how they do things. They're shifting away from what their weekly bounties, which they've had in place for a very long time, to a more seasonal challenge-based setup. So they're trying to follow the seasons of games such as Fortnite and a bunch of other games. So I don't know. Those of you that are still playing this game, do you feel like having seasonal challenges is a better way to go
Grind.
than the
there's-
grind
so
of the weekly bounties.
Yeah, I think
less of a
the
grind.
season is going to work for them better than the weekly because they've lost such a large player base that nobody's pushing through to get the weekly. So the season will give those that are still existing a reason to spend cash to join the season to try to play on.
'Cause
This
Is
also
this,
gives
is this not geared towards people that don't have enough time to play?
I think
Not-
that. I think
Yeah,
Not the
that's
that as
se-
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
not the seasoned vets.
No.
If anything, this should piss off.
This
the
is
season
more
vets.
geared to people
yeah,
that
but most of those
can't
guys
put 5
Right.
nights, 7 nights a weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
Most
That's
of
why
those guys already
CDs have
finished the
seasons
content
now.
anyways.
Like that's
Yeah.
as an example.
Yep.
The,
Yeah,
the
so they're
biggest
also
complaint in
moving to that
CDs
seasonal
was that they
model.
didn't have enough time to complete the things within the monthly frame. So then they've gone to this 3-month season thing because people were crying.
Wow, Pitt's making fun of those guys. That were
No, I'm not making fun. It's they were just vocal. They're just. I get it. It does make sense. Like I mean, I could complete them, but like sometimes narrowly, and I get it. Like some people don't have time to check in
Not
all the
everybody
time
has
for
that
this stuff.
time to do it
Yeah.
every day.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then-
this
I
is
think
probably
that's
the
also-
smartest thing these dumbasses have done in years.
Yeah, because I think they didn't do like the Valentine's Day event this year because I think they're rolling that into the monthly thing. So it gives
Okay.
They
them
haven't done it yet. It hasn't even come yet.
Well, it would have come.
Yeah,
Soon.
They
Yeah,
use
what was-
their
Wouldn't it have
Valentine's
started
event is
on
usually a
Valentine's?
whole month. No,
Oh,
Yeah, so I think that
Stuff
this
that-
gives them the opportunity to
remember.
roll that partially into the seasonal period and not have to focus so much work because they probably don't have the manpower anymore or whatever they want to do
Yeah.
into the the monthly event type things or
They need to bring the races back.
no, the races. Those are
the IRL was the best.
Yes.
SRL. Yeah.
SRL. yes, sorry.
SRL. Yes. Yep.
I was
Wasn't
thinking
that a
indie racing
January
league.
event? Like, wasn't that like a post-holiday winter event?
I don't know. It was awesome.
I felt like it was all the time, but I could.
No, it was. It was the first time.
No, I think Tiff was right. I think it started off as a winter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. And you had to ride that perfect line, otherwise you were fucked.
Those were the days.
Yeah, good thing we all forgot them. All right, last story.
Hey, you want to take one?
Me?
Seem
No, I'm
so
good.
amused tonight.
All right, I'll take it since Hit's taking a break, even though this one has his fucking name in it. IO Interactive's Hitman 3 made back its development costs in a single week. And this comes from Gama Sutra. So this doesn't surprise me in the least. After we heard that CD Projekt Red, despite like lighting a shit on fire and burning it to a DVD and selling it, made their money back. Like, this is literally this goes to show how strong the gaming industry is at this point. If you can put out a game and within a week make back your development costs, like, sure, that's your pre-orders, that's your early adopters, that's your series fans, but anything over and above that now is icing on the cake. Like, this goes to show if you put in the effort, you make a good game, and you're going to be rewarded for it. So, and I know,
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to say the consumer is so starved for content on their new devices
Yeah.
and
Yep.
their last gen consoles that are still sitting there that if you put out any title from a AAA title from a AAA company, that it's going to get consumed. It's going to get eaten up because people want something new at this point.
I'm going to
Been in a
disagree with
drought.
both of you.
Oh,
coming over the top.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Dan.
How about Hitman 1 was game of the year and is
Yeah.
known to be a good franchise
Yeah.
and a game of the year contender. It previewed well with all the outlets,
Yep.
and the game actually came out and is a game of the year contender for this year, the first,
Yep.
correlating to
I don't even
sales.
saying that it's not a good game. I think like,
Sutton
what I
was
heard
right.
is
I think it's just making it a little bit overcomplicated. I think
yeah.
it's a really good game with a really good reputation, and
Coming
yeah,
out at a good time.
Yeah, coming out at a
Yeah.
good time. That's
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like when we played Hitman 2
Yeah.
at E3, like well, granted, it still required like a birdie over your shoulder to help you through the game because the game has too many possibilities, too many ways to do all your assassinations. It's too open, but those games are super fun. They're super entertaining. They have a great storyline, and like obviously, Hitman 3 was going to be a fantastic game. So
No, I'm not trying to take away from the game and the possibilities of it getting Game of the Year, and it's one of the best ones of the year, and it's a great franchise. I'm just saying that I guarantee you, if any AAA company
If
production
Cyberpunk
company,
didn't screw the pooch,
oh
it
yeah,
would have
yeah.
been Game
I was
of
going
the
to say
Year.
that too. Like,
Oh, for sure.
so if Cyberpunk came out, they would obviously, well, they did make
If-
their money.
they
back.
did make their
Yes,
money
that's-
back,
yeah,
right?
That's where.
And if
Sullivan's
Halo
correct.
came out, they would also make their money back, despite
Yeah.
it being a steaming pile piece of shit. So, I don't. Now you've broken the story
All right.
because all three of these would have made. One did, a second one did, the third one would have, even if they were completely bricked.
No, that's not true because with Selden saying, not with just starving, but with Selden saying what Hid's saying, it's a good game and they actually made it into a good game that came out. So not only that people are starving for it, it's actually a good game to play. People weren't complaining about it to get their money back or whatnot. So
But
Well,
I
even
feel like
after,
they
Why should
executed
we be
across the
treating
board.
that as like some exception though? Like that should be the norm.
yeah, the norm
I
should be
know,
you don't
that's-
want a refund. Yes,
That's
yeah.
what I've
Yeah.
been touting about is like these developers are just, I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Because yeah, CD Projekt Red, even with the refunds, they made their money
Right.
back. So
Yeah.
that's an entirely
right now.
different data point.
For
yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, until all this redevelopment that's going on to fix things. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't
So,
work, and then they try to push to the next console and everything else they're trying to do.
Yeah, I hear you.
has anybody picked up though Hitman 3?
I have
Yeah,
not
I
yet.
almost,
but
I
I
almost
want
bought
to.
it.
Yeah, I was close to buying it, but then I started reading some of the reviews, and it seemed like it needed a little bit more polishing before I picked it up. I think
From the guy that's playing
I know.
Cyberpunk.
This is coming
I
from
got
him,
burnt.
too.
I
I'm
got
like, this is
burnt.
coming from
the
Selden.
guy that's
Yeah.
playing Cyberpunk like an Atari 2600 game on his console. He's like, oh, that game. Psh, it's not ready for me yet. I'll stick with Cyberpunk.
I'm on my Plex server. Who needs that game?
His screen's frozen, and
I got burnt. I don't
Plex
want to jump
server.
back in again.
He's Atari games on Hitsplex. Yeah.
Pitfall's the bomb, man. That game is play tested through and
You're in trouble, Hit. You better upgrade that server now.
All right. Well, that wraps up our gaming news for this week. If you have stories for us next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread on the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors, if we had them, we'd pimp them, but we don't, so we won't. But if you want to pay us, we'll talk about whatever you want. And I know there's been some chatter in our Discord. You know, if you want to just advertise anything, just a couple bucks, and we'll talk
We'll
about it.
do birthday messages.
We'll do shout outs to your mom.
What? Oh my gosh, we just cheapened the show.
Yeah, shout outs to your mom on her 80th. Hey, Billy wants to wish you a happy 80th birthday. If you still got game, we don't give a shit. Just reach out and we'll come to an agreement with you. And also we love your mom. So
Gotta be a minimum of $5 because each one of us can nick $1.
oh, and Yant really he's the
I'm just
capitalist of the group
I'm
right
just
there.
kidding.
But if you want me to drink your beer or your alcohol and show, you just send me a bottle. I'll drink it on you.
Wow. And Selden really digging deep in his wheelhouse. So, all right. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Player at twitter.com/tooltoplay. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. You can Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/tooltoplay. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tooltoplay. That's where you can find all of Tool to Play's archive video content, whether it's this show, whether it's Hits Quick Hits, whether it's immature interviews with Tiff, whether it's Thick and Thin with LB and Duty featuring I6 Hitman, whether it's Selden's other show. They're all available on YouTube in the archives, and go to youtube.com/toolplay and subscribe, and you'll have access to all of those. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes. We need some 5-star reviews. Give us 5 stars. You get an extra 5 seconds. Write something nice. Hey, it was nice to see Tiff back. Hey, the fucking boys club, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter which side of the fence you fall on. If you like it with Tiff, you like it without Tiff, just write a review and let us know. But we know you like it with Tiff better, because otherwise it's fucking testosterone central. Fuck that. All right, whatever. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/still_got_game. Go there, follow us. That's where we broadcast live on Twitch each and every week, and you can get the show also there in the archives. If they don't trim it into 85 little 10-minute segments because they can't handle streaming for some reason, as the streaming leader. There's a reason why we don't still stream there exclusively. But yeah, so twitch.tv/still_got_game. We broadcast there live, so go there and follow us there. We also have a Discord. That Discord is at tooltoplay.com/SGG-discord. That's tooltoplay.com/S as in still, G as in got, G as in game, Discord. You can come in there, talk to us each and every day, all day long. Selden will answer everything you say within seconds. He is on your shit. Yant, not so much. You have to add him. He even said it on the show multiple times. I'm not going to talk to you unless you at me. So, at Yant, and he'll talk to you. Tiff's in there. She'll chat with you occasionally if she happens to notice it or accidentally opens Discord when she's trying to open some other application that starts with D.
Yeah.
Hit's in there all the time. He loves talking to people. And I'm in there all the time. And either I'll grace you with my presence and share a little of my special time with you, or
Special time with you.
He doesn't even have time to read the links that we posted in the news story section.
I took your
I was
fucking
gonna say, yeah.
news this week. It's in the fucking
this-
news. I
this
took your
week.
shit.
This
All right.
week.
So yeah. So we're
Yeah,
all
it's not just a chat channel. It's also we post up
Yeah.
news stories throughout the week and talk about them and you debate and everything. So
yeah.
it's
So
a
we're
good
all
place.
we're all in Discord, and you can ask Shadow how much I interact with our audience, and Shadow will probably say, "Hey, decent was pretty good." Whatever. So
I
yeah.
don't think he'll say that.
I don't think you'll say that either.
All right.
I'm starting to think Shadow
I
might
think
be
that's a
your
4 out of
alternate
5.
identity.
Disagree with that?
Some of us know Shadow in real life.
Yeah.
At least 3 of us. So yes.
Doesn't mean you didn't steal his identity and use it
Yeah.
as your own
Oh,
platform.
So. And he helped me
Nice.
with getting
Nice.
PlayStations. That makes total sense. But anyway, so go to toolplay.com/SGG Discord and subscribe. So before we wrap up the show, I'm going to go to each and every one of you guys. So Hit, what do you want to pimp this week?
You can follow me at Isaac Hitman on Twitter and YouTube. My Luigi Dester video just hit 2 million on my YouTube channel.
Nice! Congrats!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Great.
And then if you want to see me and my buddies play some Warzone or me playing some Sea of Thieves, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Isaac Hitman.
All right. Tiff, what do you got?
I'm not really on social media anymore.
Good for you, too.
Oh, we got another another
You
yawn.
and Jan.
Nice.
Yacht Jr.
High five
If
you,
you
but
want
we're
to
too far
follow
away.
me for my non-existent tweets, you can follow me at twitter.com/electrify.
All right. Seldo, what do you got?
You can follow me on all social media at Selden007. Doesn't matter where you go, I'm already there. Check me out. Instagram, Facebook,
You go to
Yeah,
your
I'm
bathroom
watching
to take
you.
a shit and I'm already
Instagram,
there.
TikTok. It doesn't matter
Look
where
at
you
that.
go.
That's all the
Selden007's there. I highly recommend my Instagram, especially if you want to see all my cool hiking photos that I put out there.
Oh,
Other than that,
Thought you were
yeah,
gonna say
just
something
check
else.
me out.
from cold places. Yep.
Very cold places, man. The
They're
hike this
cool.
weekend was nice and cold, icy.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, where you been?
I'm right here on the show with you guys.
Aw.
That's as far as I've been.
So Yant is still not pimping anything.
Nope.
At least Tiff said one thing.
Yeah, but I don't use it.
I deleted
Okay.
the Twitter app, so I can't
Oh,
even
did
pimp
you?
my Twitter
Oh.
anymore.
Nice.
And I've
Ah.
never pimped Facebook, so sorry.
All right. Well, you can find me at twitter.com/Derek Nolan, facebook.com/Derek Nolan, youtube.com/RealDSmooth. You can find me on Instagram at official_Derek Nolan. Same thing if you want to Snapchat me, official_Derek Nolan. Find me anywhere you'd like. And
Did you ever get that Reddit set up?
Now the subreddit was a much tougher thing than you suggested, Selden. Like, this requires some certain documentation and stuff to say that I'm worthy of a subreddit. But I'm sure I have that documentation somewhere. So eventually there'll be a subreddit /r/Derek Nolan or whatever.
Oh, it should be
Or official _ Derek.
official, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
definitely flagging that as child pornography.
So there will be a subreddit at some point, but yeah. But yeah, if you're talking in the meantime, just join the Discord and we'll hang out there. But yeah, you follow me on all those places, and I probably won't follow you back, like, because I'm here and you're here. But yeah, it's
Wow.
it's nothing personal. Like
We're
why are you
sorry.
laughing?
We are here for you.
Still don't know how
I'm
you
sorry,
how you
Garrett is
tricked
not.
Tiffany, man. No idea.
Hey, it's nothing personal. Like, everybody that's here can't follow everybody that's here. Otherwise, they become here too. So you stay here, but we're pals. So it's nothing personal. So
I don't understand your logic.
Don't
I
take it
don't
personally.
understand
it's
your
so hard
logic.
to show laughing at my comments in real time.
It would be okay if you were actually a true celebrity. You could state
Ridiculous.
that
No,
fact.
he is.
He's the god of the internet.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot. And everything
What's
that's
wrong
holy.
with you?
All right, so on
Pants
that,
and underwear included.
I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tooledplay, facebook.com/tooledplay, and twitch.tv/still_got_game. And on that, why don't we wrap this Welcome Back TIFF episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger, aka Hitman.
I'm Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
And I'm James Yont Yont. Roof.
Join us up here.
Nobody can see your hands.